red pandas. We have Tango, Kiki, and then the two cubs, Fred and George. Now the cubs were born on July 7th, 2024, and they are bred as part of the species survival program. So we've had 12 pandas that have been born here since our first red pandas came in 2004. And as we know, baby pandas are called cubs. Now, I'll talk a little bit about the species survival program because it is a super important part of what our zoo does. Basically, the SSP is an international effort designed to help endangered species that live in zoos. It kind of works like a dating service for red pandas. Accredited zoos work together to ensure that the population is really important. They also remain demographically varied, and the animals in different zoos around the world that would make a good pair. So they're able to match them up, which is really cool as well. They also keep track of all of the red pandas' birthdays. We don't end up with too many grandparents or too many little cubs at once. So again, we have been part of the global SSP since 2004 when we first received our first pair of pandas. So red pandas do something else really cool called delayed implantation. Something really cool that they do in order to help them in the wild. Now, as we can see, we are doing a training session. We use positive reinforcement here at the zoo, which basically means we ask for that behavior, and when the animal does it, they get a reward, and you also will hear that whistle. Now, this whistle acts as a bridge. Now, if our animals decided not to participate, that is totally a-okay. They do not have to, and then they will still get their food and everything. Yeah, they really use it as an enrichment. So I like to say it allows them to move them around the enclosure and see their entire bodies. It also allows for things like crate training. So it presents that target in front of the crate, the animal will go towards that crate and make it easier to transport if needed. So training is really cool as well, so our zookeepers can check on their health proactively. They can see their entire bodies and make sure nothing's out of the ordinary. It also builds training. Now, enrichments, I like to say at Sparkle, it will cut down their trees, and unfortunately then they don't have a home to live. Things also like the pet industry and the meat industry are also affecting them as well. So we want to make sure that we help protect them in the wild. But give yourselves a pat on the back because part of your admission today goes towards groups like the Red Panda Network who try and help these guys in the wild. They do a lot of different stuff to help them make sure they have these wonderful homes to live in. Yeah, like I said, they are endangered, and so we got to make sure we're doing everything to help these guys in the wild because they are very, very cute critters and they really need our help. Yeah, so again, our zoo does